just woke up, still slept, still tired. I apologize for the soul expressions, which are, if we know exactly the definition of this low potential, which insists in being the templated supreme conscious of the whole of the existence. This is what happens here around. I'm sorry again. We are in April 13th, 2014. This is 0918. The Cristina Kirchner and Aníbal Fernández pedophilic and Cristina Kirchner prostitution of the powers, the generation. Circus is still on, like genociders, Tagitem shit hell. Forget her comments here, and I'm going to put them in the command of the Dembakancha, and they are going to have them disgusting rectums in the whole of the Bogoti forever. And they are going to be raped forever, but them shut this that they were fitting all the time with our lives. So this is what I'm going to make in a video which this circus of faggots of hell insists in. We make it say, and we do it first of course, and are so faggots of hell that turns to saying that everything is about them. The Rala'ata pretends to be the Transhametrani, the evening and the morning star. I am the one that tells you what you gotta be and what you gotta do, and I am the one that created you and made you do. And the damn faggots of hell does the same, of course. Speaks and does and exists is because of I, and because of I show, and thinks, and are thinking and believing that it will be this way. And also the damn hell shit about facts starts to say, of course. Forget me the sort of humans that so lovingly, I'm gonna kill them now. So let's connect to this about the circus of this damn whore, Cristina Kirchner, keeps on. And the circus of this damn pedophilic Aníbal Fernández. What did he say? What's this? Who is this one? A wag fuck the generate delirious chunky shit the generation. Who is this to telling what? About whom? You believe him? Faggot son of a shit. I'm gonna break you in pieces and I'm gonna send you to hell where you belong. So sooner, and you are going to wish never touched nobody and never done nothing. Disgusting shit. So this is the reality for Tlametran 11 Tafila Shachatchinim. Wat onverklenien verkwadien Shachasharatina Chadantika Otman Chamochlanchi. I'm going to explain how Ejército-Argentina, Argentina, Mr. Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández, Fernández-Officialism, and the whole generation Armed Forces Argentina made in the strategy and the compound of the witchcraft and the generations for the creating. They don't create and they won't. For the organizing and establish a reality over a whole trained that generates class in the whole of the status quo all around the states for the making the machinery of Sodoma and 666 for they to govern the world, training and leading and organizing and making do and putting and establish orders of them and then discussing Sodoma the generation fucks law for the making to the whole of the states and us everything. I'm going to put it now in public domain, and it's not going to be a very difficult to describe, neither defining and neither to the Atinechati translating morphologically over Tatika, and surely this is going to have a very subtitles all around the world for you having disposition to understand what is this like and understanding what are we fighting to and understanding what do we suffer, and understanding what is this to come now. So this is what I'm gonna do. That atrophy on both and the people which are going to put in subtitles are going to be protected. So, this night, the faggots, Ejército Argentina, have kidnapped 2,872 more persons and raping them, saying that they are going to take away by raping the Kurds. And the whole of the condemnation that I put it on them, because if I said of them, my people says karate, and the faggots armed forces Argentina, them shit violent facts. And I'm saying not gay, I'm saying Sodoma. Misunderstanding doesn't deliver to nowhere except more than hell shit that we suffer. Sodoma is one thing, and the culture of the world doesn't find the truth lately. In the bottom 4, the whole that we understand we are around. Sodoma is one thing, gay is other. Like much other all around. Messianic is one thing, evangelic is other. God is one thing, Lord of the Roman is other, and pardon for the victims. And truth and justice is one thing, and Kirshner's shit, and all its Sodoma is other. Genom van Pranalef en Deskideski, die Sinslot, Margas, Ashahadihim, Bit Inkadim, Goldredishkat, Ahada, Sesomot, and Ahadishotimot. Forgive me, Israel, please. And I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry, my people, for this class of terms that are not proper for no one of us unless for the name of the one that owns us in the way, and paying the opinion. Well, the circus of the degeneration Sodoma for what is here around. Well, got atgifet Fatashmana Khadhid, this is it. Oftlegad, Zelushut Rimpak Nachditon was what I said Khadid on Kremelach, it is exactly what not and thing. قد فقط درستنا لكيشوا وقت فواقع درس الأمين إخدا أسمت لغا فقط بيزشكات اللغتين قد قبل فرق بيديسون غلادية فبادية خدا سسلاتي شمخرون غلات أدغات خيني شليتي كاتش كاتخي تس أنطلتو مباقة تسوط لجغيكي كان خرين لإن بردا جرين بكاتري سروما بركامرا كيرشنرز أطلق بان خديك أطلق training carnival اسمه بدأت بي Patapati Krudo Carrera Canaconia. So Poseftia Patanigo Fladi Jedin get Hamal Betani. Is this the holy? Is this holy? Is this the Lord? Is this the holy of the God? How is this possible? You are understanding this. I'm saying, are you having a time to understanding this? Yes, this is body. Only Yahweh understands the holiness. Roman never paid it naturally to nobody. And the pardon for victims and for it. Whenever a true were around, their wellness appropriated most of the time or reflected the reality of it. So sorry. Gar getreed die moskat aan Gatlanin katetredag gedaan. Onder Adonai justifies is holy over his name ever. And whenever I say justifies, I'm talking about the character of the royalty, the reality of his name, the character of Israel Sion, and the character of his commandment, the reality of his Ruach Elohim, and the reality of the whole of the anointed, and the reality of the loving Aktichet Bashmotladi that over the world besmirching, trampled destruction one person in the reality of his spirit tells severely, there says, no, severely, sorry for uncle, this is not with you, I'm talking about the singletonship, this that says that makes me speak, and the reality of that one person in the most of the vehemently loving wants to kill shit. For knowing who is Adonai and what is the reality and the truth. It is Kadosh, in the justifying of Hashem, and whoever curses for whatever the person of the justice realizes, and not the mercy for the them, but misappropriation, because the Father Night won't have mercy for the generation like the Chadiv. There is not free will and free mercy and free grace for everybody coming by. And understand me by. You go in a gondolani market and you pay for a product. Adonai is not this. And Adonai won't behave like this ever. قلبك كيف تلصش أختخاد السيدين قلت لما نفهم بتخلي منافن سيخا شخت لداخي تخد مخد الشاك نبات قد خطي فضل لديخ الشاخين. So this is this. This is not to become crazy. This is not to become on the get more for this to having the business of this and saying all paranoid, all schizophrenic induction, all psychodized, all schizophrenized about this, and we know and we knew this we're healing the people in the world too. Of course, this is gonna be what we say in evangelic all the time. Of course. Oh yeah. This is what I'm gonna tell you. This whole class of shit are going to suffer the end so sooner, and I'm going to enjoy and rejoice myself in the justice of Hashem. And He is Kadosh. יתחת לפונט למטר נמלם פחד ועשין כשקד לאחידי ינחד אין שחרימי. גדעות לתחתי כשחד חדם בפנסי אינקה. Gauwolcha ezid an nuflit an schmerpenchit es lot van pikvet nuven. Gitschkat gedacht is die laptolomot dat van volle dat schiet aan mijn verfadik as wat is kan hati. Schachte woord gaat is dan zal het van mijn event is weer gehoord dat we nog wat van mijn iets schapik verkla en gos die mond die dat van is gemaakt nemen. גברמון בלט רבות פלט רמלם פידש כדחלה אשף אחד הססונו והוא אחד אישת ללמוד פיתיגת חדשקית חדש שאחד לדוח זונות ונושנות תנים על הכרתי יש חטפתי החקרתי גלתי מפנש אחד ספתי יחלוסלו חדשקית נפת מחורשנו גברי גבור לכם על החטא בסוף ולכית חדי לנשון וכית לאחה אשנות אגם טוב תוכתי קבלות רמות ואני מנפן סיפור שפדי יפתדי יחלוסלו סולסנס השיחים. So the reality of this, the generation of hell, the Argentina, had to take in the people of Ucrania, 16 of 9 in Dalkanimenata, Gashbotlen and Atadian, Forladian, Hadoshasakin, Motlaveneto, Hadison, Florian, the leaders of Onsibota, Desus, and one of Pontlanachidin, Sadnamanayaka, and making pact with Luciano Fabiano, 686, the Krikash, called the Beast. Leader can held shit abomination pacts to saying, okay, we make the altar the Chabatani take us back. We are going to do what you want we to do, and we are going to be the best you will ever have. The Toma Vetanachani taken my substance and started raping me. When I ripped them out, listen, the one of that practice God, Antamalcha taking the ones of tens and the ones of Shofadika, raped them like them shit animal, bleat them like them shit animal, slaughtered them like them shit animal, and said, our sacrifice is done, we are back. And from that Tamalchani, we are going to take all hits and we are going to accomplish with our master. Luciano Proviano, il presidente del mondo del diavolo, the generate, the beast. Satremol Klatremol Fitachidis and Setla Shechadi Patahim. Godflamet Kremol Gatranevin Satageshkoda Halkhadin Kida Shechanidin. Goblet Havel Fentramol Vetranideschini. Altrenomole Diafafechad, Sansaleshotamo Khadevektika. Koshket Enkatlet Hamal Khadisin Gatlemethanin Deshkadin. While Israel Sambotan Khadishin for Leneftari and the threats over there have never stopped, but Gatlevineski Otone Khalkhas as a soft the Devin Khanimelech Piniga, Koet Rebalket Hamal Vetranek and Sociatik the Chod Asam Ralachdikin. So Shalbatika has the animal Kadish, Shotkublinakhani, Shashadaki, Shashada. Gatlemenacha, Keshke. Khali bitkhale de fadlen es satini kifre da shekhi don mont da shafli da khir as mot de qabl blet kamal betkhani es slot teshki da khala hisifi don antika shkhilo koma qabla kham fawqa mat qadi shkat da khit es slot min es shot min khit khat asham او قد لما خطوفية فبسكية بشخة من انتماط لنا من أفيد أخر الصفتات الله يفرق لنا في المولاد خديش كده فخدني تكبلتي من الفون خد أمشخم او قد لنا في الفدية سفوق بسكية تدخش خداختين كليات كموت تفاقل متخنيان Kadardechti van sahalitin betchanim al forcha daitiecha eshtabanu lupret sofron komelet vindides shefatani echadatin kespetantia for echadatzaslomachadim. And they said, each quality and capacity of this means me, and the other means Moshe. Ottoman Catherine my supposed to Lyris and sickness. Coed kapoplet from of the time, and Sashi got a bled from of the Dafinity couplet on Shponocham. Otlemetani, oh my god, Tony says he already said what we needed. I came on saying for so years long, and let's change hospital again because if they are not doing what we command, and we gotta rape them all for the you understand we command, but let's do just because of we need the ones that are going to do what we need while, and we do and put the orders because of we are going to command on the world, of course, and everything's going to be like we say. They just say what they do on. We're going to rape them all, and we're going to give them all, so everything's okay. Don't you worry. We command, of course. Shwet Hamol Betchanim Elephant, let's in Geshesidat, Bitchani Diashkata Hadachan, or let Hamol Betchaim Tisket, Hadakadin, me. أفهم بتخمم في ناس سخي بطن كلاف خاطر ساموشة أو لدين بتخمم بيجنشكي خاطر سين يبني منورا. The churches of Hashem Adonai Adladi Hashem Chadi, and this is the judgment. Van Chulud Chedanski Bichidash Konkleden Chaim Sikar. Says the law in Hashem Barachti Salushke Indi Enkel Anch Biet en Tishliere. Zakhetach Hamot Lubinske Bafeda Khadinski bi, Obletat Skoe Khadasek Nimet Anders Khadikoach Laansti, Lo Bitkatik Koach Lush Nitr, the Elitra Bishmot Adachi Hilinshnen Katekal Khadesmot Abda, Gabekat de Shechavin Matladiki Shechada, da Amot Anti Leshkeda. Ges ensliedge, ges pedantika legge en slim en gniet, leretis niet en glet nomot en agadens op dan, kawalep papregidiske van gelet antigides moplantika dat manian, op let van melen fetestu wat verdachtiese instike, bel achta hasel ins notgeniet. Notretant, not in zich, de onwolkheid als neeranin. Het is Katlani Gale, met een gitte slaniskima geanaf. De spoor die eens kat gehumuslitak, wilische, aurades, monrelig, desweg, die kunstje, avlechtjastik, kirschrei. Die niet gaan boven het is kotle met vandaag gaat. En zo laat we niet gedichade in over adeski gai ini ilish gedo nutre vil schrinta mongelit vilish lechnin Pietri sottomo le chadia anglu uitgeen voor wiskar technie le en geitskitheid omach a vluja hier daglit staat niet katlet aan God zemin alchla inzi ilakheden kapit techai spodin keskada gadastamsin o God as motief sneek belegga. Dus als wat gemaakt werd gaan in deze situatie gaat het van mijn van de gedachte gaat. Getrachim, the reference of this is inkachti tashtische motochmut kaat letrachim sein. Après malet hatradi yashwan lo outlet achadas nilichtian pratika chaydi insham kadosh al-karim grace and mercy because of Yeshua came to save another condemnate mistake and misappropriation. Yeshua came to save what were to be saved. Yeshua is not the flesh take the whole like a human savior saving. Yeshua is not the flat thought of the Roman overseeing. We can have it all by the anointment, and the Spirit comes and makes us say and revelate and prophetize and make the whole of the world for there to be what you have to put on the positive, on the way against, and the whole negative you see. Mentalism, positivism is not Adonai. And the witchcraft over saying, put the word, say the word, speak it. Speak the word. Adonai doesn't says, do your will. Adonai doesn't says, mentalize and reasoning about your judgment. Adonai says, you behave like the will of the one that brought me into you for the making the reality of I commanded you to do. The reality of Hashem is, I am the one that shows the reality over my spirit. It's because of the spirit of mine and the reality of my kingdom. This is not about you to concern, you to say, you to think. This is not you to know me, so I tell you whatever you to say to me. This is I say, and you hear. This is I do, and you forward at the command of the one that brought me. For you to understand, God is in salvation about the will of my Father. So the reality is, Otlet Hamotlet and Fidishkimat the Decharian, Ontlenefimot the Deskia of the Leshkadachid, Antadishminamanechtia for the Hadasmononi, this kind Albotrankat den Ushmotletiki at das Inskin Achnita. Adonai makes judgment, you don't trample his judgment. Adonai says a thing, you don't fight his thing. Adonai condemnates, you don't put salvation. Adonai makes salvation, you don't ever condemnate. Don't you dare to curse the blessed by Adonai, and don't you dare to say that you are right about making, and don't you dare to bless what Adonai condemnates. Katretin shepin kata malechatin shvetan chatnin. Opletren baltatran dishkata chatchidigan satin. Kintikas katan malchatas en chaditik kapet anchat. Saele utrebatran nivenleski dechedeskataf. Kefa en skat anchadat. Anspotli efesja. Ti inlat anchadishete. Kimeda. Tarsha davat. Abchum. Kaloshe dikimot anchirim, ombat hanimelcha anshad, and oplet rentachifiskat dishkatika lachani, metrisimeya divinka da chobolum, antadan fodachtichi, mesken chadicha dacha, despotmanamagagi, kilinch en chodanastat. Atletria keifa anochmat, gelsko echad nidi, efides matchacha. Armageddon Eida Korach Banan. Yosef Mobet Khaniacha, Anshat Letvidesh Hatlanechanet Lamanachadian. Zet Romobet Hametet Hamelechadaski, Juda Kablechanio, Huda, Dishkat Hamalchadias Oplenem, Ofat Hadias Hachadi is amazing, but there's not the Iskariota Kadicha. There's not an Iskariota Diacha, Moshe Shatniki, Kotimachanim. and the story were very, very bothered. Katana bet Hadish Haditian. Shakadachmini Sibini Shapani Hacham. So at Rabotlen Efridishke and Sotlin of the Nishaslichia, Veloveta da Shekhodna, the Diki Supanin and Katin Hadasmin. So that Hamabet Hadin Savashokhat there is nothing like we gotta supporting and bless and giving the chances for the Buddha in eminence to take Lord and make the reality of the Lord, because of if you bless the leader of the nation, you bless the nation. That is crap. Adonai never said something like that, and Adonai said, I have come because of the oppressed, because of the needed, because of the destroyed, because of the abused, because of the murdered, for the reason of the ones in eminence that knows who I am, and for words on the reality of them own will and the master of them, but nothing like I commanded, says my Father, and nothing like I came to save and kill, says Hashem Mashiach Adonai. So the reality of this, Yeshua Hasaret came for another reason, and the ways are different. So this is everyone that understands the reality of my and the command of my Father, and even not the struggles or mistakes or problems for the reason of the word of my Father and mine, which we are the Elohim, the Eloi Chaydi in Archatnash Epi Kadosh Berin Chatnidish Kadi Elohim Elohim Ket on Chadish Ket Chodus Bot Elish Ket Chai Atnum Chedin Deshket Nichan Voltleten geschat me mechti en sepat me met genet van vlodig keria. Ket van de bed van Chadish Ket Dachti Sisi Sumba Pandiket Ganapiki. Everyone will just be about the reality of mine. Best ever trying for they to be supported and not the reality of my way. But I show you I didn't come for the power ones, but for the ones that because of the power ones suffers the most of abominations. You don't put in your first class the whole of the Bedritos Kanachadim and destroy and say, you go to the ones that needs more from me. Don't you dare to say that I do this and I put bless on the Dembat Hatika and I destroy the ones that needs everything that I wanna give them for. And everyone that comes with respect about the reality of Al-Khativen Shachat and everyone that makes the Ansla Chachayim, I'm going to embrace with my whole entire love and mercy I have for everyone. Do not play with the name of Hashem and do not say, I know and I do. And I am the one that is anointed for the reason I am the authority and I'm showing you the real Lord. Don't you tempt evangelics of Sodoma, prostitution, and I'm sorry the victims. Not anymore. Babylon. Kaspotle met Hamal bit Hamal and Savele Shefotle Nachilachanim. Keplit Hamal bent Havatsi Seshuchablet Ankhadikis Kapta. Sha'eple de China Motlenin and Atansia Skadali Hadareski Motlalika. Outre dem Patlatikens Katankachina. Same the Krenhor with by Krenhor. And they keep on making every day the same, and they keep on saying that they are right and also them, and there cannot be wrong because of they says they are anointing powers of God means while they do, and this is not exactly that. The ancient there said there is the Abdumul Khubuti, that is not an angel. Abdumul Khubuti il Ashkat Anticha, the blue Chumad of the legacy of Roman, Adkani charge. Ablogemot gebouwd het Ghanaiers kadag die kaman. Komst voor de blute mogelijk en kaskerte gecha. Dat zien realiteer en gati. De rest of logebouwd of nieta is a very cool gedag. Het is actually a problem for because of they comes for the Antavashki. The pride of the Beth of Roshari, the suburb of Anashmonatana, they are the Bunsharin Katrachani and says, I am the star of the world and the worth of the whole of the ages, and I am the one that we're working so hard to bring to the Lord the thousands, the millions, and all to know Him, and I am the supreme beloved of God. And Adonai said, you come to me to saying that I am going to do what you say, and you come to me to saying that I will do about your will, and you say recommend the name of my reality and my command that you make a market about my portletting KIRSHCNERS, and the truth that I gave into the world you trample and destroy and corrupt the whole of the reality of my spirit and my people you give to murder and genociding all the days of my life. So what am I going to say about if you are my anointed and my reality? Where is your Ochiobat Achni Ili Shkia from the Al-Khadachad at the reality of I made him and commanded Yachta Dishni to the world now. Then Sodoma, we are the authorities put in by God, of course, and we are going to stay with it every time. And Sodoma Queen, because if I am the person, you can understand this is about what we are working, and this is what we are trying to do. The patriot is not an element for play, and we know what we have to make in our sacrifices and the problems we have in the situation. You can understand. We are trying to give them the chances for the people to have the best, but this kind of things cannot be permitted. That is not allowed for the reality, because if we know what the people suffers, and we are too much with problems, and this weight of the patriot in the nation is not for a game. We are understanding, and this is not for games. So 7, if you want to do something, help us to build the patriot of gold. And these disgusting devils, saying that they are the authority put in Baghdad, says is authority raping and murdering all age, all gender, families complete, pregnant, and murdering them in sacrifice by witchcraft with the lead attempt shed the declinate and broke on blood on and raping dogs, alpha male, virtue, before blowing the dog, after rape death, and making the sacrifice, saying that will give them authority and leadership and capacity, and says of course. And Robert Christina Kirshner says authority to being a 10 disgusting prostitution erected by this all the disgusting degenerates that I just said, what they do and what they says, to be authority, and authority put in by what God? Them, God, Luciano Troviano, the master, the hell, the beast. So what do you serve what, and what is to say him? Adonai says, I condemn because of justice, and you say that I am evil if I do justice and put other orders and punish and educate and put the orders of the justice of mine at the reality of the condemnation. You say I am evil for that, and I to be good if I am just. With this class of shit. What is the God in you? God trommelt werd gamal werd asimet van was Chanim. Geld trommelt werd gamal werd gamal fidas zecher Shachanachim. Intia Kafamalachidis and Fotledes Kinechna. Galet gamal werd ganim en Sefosle Viking and Fasketiach Chadim. In Votlemenechti von Hal en Shachadim. But Father, they don't know what they're doing. Oh, they know what they do. From the first to the last, since the beginning of all, they knew all the time what they were doing and saying, I did. And this one that shows the whole reality and puts the face to telling you, disgusting trample, have takti kaman khali, leader and shit. And I'm sorry, victims and innocents, you are going to know your condemnation, for you are the abomination consciously that you knew you came to be. For the reality of the Adhemi Shechadim, and you understand that I am not going to let you go that easy, and you are going to have to pay what you cost and what you've done. And I announced this, and were not my will. And whenever I said the Kirkus, the servant of the will of the Bechtichinias it's not that I put it. You understand? Put it to making the reality of Ontchadinski Mat and Chatasin Sumot over my people. You are going to know my justice also now. Katchemot letchemot videssen fotleneskia madracha desachat mediktia sesonai kompletchemot verasi achadim so savani atletia moshe chadim chadisi motlene kaptinis katlacha izaan ve'encha se ach titi shmoch zeh chemot letchadim sichtia tasim dapidi kaplenet visachach adonai sodomot v'chakonia yisharach Kabadecha, Dotnomo Linika, Kaerochum. Inskor had begin Potladet Kashnoch Hadisim Hatida Fachna. Karosh. Butlami. Hashem Bahadmi. Armaida Elcha. Sarah. Deilifi Sarah. Karach. Atladecha dialean Moshe, Otlanechadecha Fontasensi, Gotnamalcheni, Dafocha, Shanaikida, Salshida, Sharam, Shidaiki, Zlim, Otlanechadi Vetama, Hagas Bragas Dotomotladecha I said first, Otlasechadisim, Otlanechani Diachdi, Shalika Motlari, Sluta Bochana Sumo. Katme, Kadis is a clarity that is the idea of Latina Falco, a black of the sincere standing. Caressa of Naski, Hodas Monopida, Otra that here for Dashmi, Hodas Sotan of the Hiri, Gashmot Badecha, the sons. Kim Kuet for the small was me, Ilashki, to Blachta since almost Gavriva. Atleverticha snundaki, Otleden Khadija Yadi, Ontolotene, Obla Khadin Somotlari, Koch Didinch Kadam Melechtacha, Dastimut, Gel Ombotha, O Louis Somobidi Scotland at Hankedison Soleda, Atletiki, Bond Onfat no Montinski, Share Khadi Alien, Share Document, honey, come to me and do what I command you, because the Lord spoke to me and said, you gotta be doing what I said, and if you don't answer, you are going to have the punishment and you deserve. And sovereign Lord promises, because of they says gotta be what they says. Of course, Lord, spoken to the one day. Fatletri molvenati and fasechani. Skat prevet hamol vet handias kadefelen chatchamina sasempelen shofotlemin. You came from the most stranger of all I never known, and I never seen your reality in front of my Gapachi, Kadosh Diabamchi Monch Alishke. You came to saying that you came from my name, and I told you to be Otremol Betchania Sofocharam. You call yourself the authority and anointed by me, Otrebel Ben Sadishan Khadi. You say, my will on the power that you know is around all the reality of the Veshkumacha. Khaidan. You come to saying that I given you my Pankatish Kotanecha and covered the whole of the Betho Francisca Dachachi, and you come to telling that I will be making the will that you come to Benchani, telling that I, Eloheinu, Olech Israel Sion, Eloi, Elohim Eskabihi, Melech, Adonai, Chai Eskabni Chai Chibini, and Kadosh. Will come in front of you and making the will of you and putting right below you and being with my face up the the crown embarrassed and make the Vel Chadi licking the right of Lotamal Chadi of your damn show. My menorah, you say, God, I'm making your command because of you said I will make you the command of my menorah, for you to say, do not be no disaster and no damages that my menorah, you say, they cause. And I with them, says Hashem, and my spirit with them. Vochliish kamet tachi, galtladiash kamat ladiachit, ishvidin kamet hada, chevilitas kemachala. Kaelver acha yishuat, hini beledrikata echa, vinchkad nechti dalash nadai, bel anchedish minachim. For the longest times I just were telling the education to be in front of me. Be aware about who I am, the will of my reality, for I am going to act, and my person cannot be for luhu she'et mut. I cannot be ambat bichi deshka. Everything that you make saying Adonai sent me and told me, everything that you come to destroy my people for the reason of Lent Hamalchini, saying I were prudent and I am not there, you will be and Shmatari, and this is the class that thanks they do. She doesn't see, she doesn't know, she doesn't get, and misappropriated, trampled, besmirched. And that, and the reality of Hashem, Kathadi Shashid, Motlet Hamal ben Khamisi ben Khadi, Otlemet Hamal bedachenat Khamisi Khadian, Bet Antletik Motledeben Khadashia Khadamalkam. So this is what this uses for the whole of the abomination that I'm going to proceed to tell you. And the machinery of the generation Kobatitlo Achidacha Shodomaya Kalmani and Shodomati Kobladacha. They're saying, oh, we said first, and we knew you were about to say that you're going to say everything that we tell you, and the market of the witches of Argentina for the putting up on the nation, saying, I told you, we are your security, we are going to tell you, we are going to hypnotize you, and we are going to make the whole of the strategy for whatever you don't know in anti-terrorism and everything. We were and not him. All the time, of course. So this is the block Hamal Mitrani Mereshen Khadi Khadam Beltrot Bot Hamal Findeski da Khachid. Betki Shimanach Bia Khadachanam. Dablet Hamal Bethankidicha. This is already shown completely with Daniel Bonter, which is under menace and under permanent chasing for murder because of we're working with me. And first with Adonai, all through this long year since 2004 and 2005, we made an amazing things. And the world that we knew, which were genocided permanently, on the whole that Adonai put it, the authorities of Hashem, that them Babylonic whores, with the Sodom that generates this, were genociding all around for there to not happen the will of Hashem, but they says thems, and nothing like I would say to be, but thems, of course. They made an amazing things, and is everything in Tatlumot Alban Chadash. And it is public domain, and it's not going to be off, and not adulterated, and not destroyed, and going to be a very so and Rabinishki Matletika the Hadisa Shamini. And there are going to be over the hacking the generation of Sodom Argentina that pretends to saying direct access. We had it and we done it first, of course. We to be the government of the world, and with eventually we are going to give it the glory. So this is the Tramalativ and Shachat Hanidikim, Volkaman Hanidim. Satilish Kabet Hanach Hali Shadaya, Vantlana Monachtacha, doesn't has no authority, never had it. Jedaya never had no Antlachari and cannot handle nothing of God. Jedaya profans and possess at the Plotum of the Dachidachiri, which already explained for so long, which you are going to see there as well. the plan of this at the beginning that I were denouncing and fighting against, to trying to reproduce the reality of the best ever to giving at the most absolutely for the people to have rights and for the people to have a possibility of protection. So 70. بدخل تمام بدخل بدخلي شيمات لدى من خدير من خددا شخدين تكا أول بدخل بدخل بنسيشي من خدين بدخل بدخلي شيمات بدخل. And with eventually we are going to pray and make the war, and we are going to show you that everything's gone away and everything's going to happen. And we are doing the Parliament Honey, and this couldn't do nothing because of we frustrated all the evil and all the things that these were making because of we know this is the place that we gotta be, means me. For they, Jedaya Balach Tachat, Kaincha, Balatracha Dikim. And suddenly the reality of the bottom of the animation Shochat Nikimit Hamad and the Chachot. Get from a better Achini Lishmot Vadanki, that Amphalet from a better Achidin Soplaskivika, Hadan Fodanika, a left from Al-Hanin. We pray and Lord answers us, and we frustrated everything, and he wanted to giving the man the pleasure for the sacrifice and send them to hell. Extortions and godliness, they says that they frustrated, and because of what they pray, 8,461,208 persons all through this years over this all extortions that we were suffering were murdered, and disappeared 7 million in some answers. And last night said, oh, we made them because of we prayed. And it happened because of I exterminated and executed the whole of the breed of distant shit that were ready for the making the Hocus Pocus. I guess you first, and I'm gonna be before anything you do for the making the world to go because of I'm gonna win, of course. And they gotta train more shit for they to making the world less. And people making the shit that they are for. With Sodoma, prostitution, evangelic, Babylon. So the reality of the Potomac Binachadi is this. Shkoet Radichi, Botladinichi, doesn't want any article from Lochadim, Shkabiyach, Dacha, Aban, Favat. Gepen Shachadim in the Smolani, the virtue of the Bonfamina. Menorah, this is the cedar of God, this is the crown, the throne, the cedar of Adonai, so Timovetai is in Serena. We are going to be at Rollen of Hanimanacha. You all take the bit this is a flint of woman and a disease. So the evangelic Canaanites, and we done everything to it because of the evangelic was serving us. And we done anything we wanted for the bad. Potledan let it come as Nachi. Spotland and Hanike, the Potladi, Botland at Hamavenachi, so is Spotland Dicha. Get from an Eventra, take on Botland at Hanim profaning. Good witchcraft. And curses of this shit. Oncle Mortimer Petrani Melativen, as he says, Atletica. Oh, you take the Bokamet Hamala, you want the Bokamet Hanimenachani, strengthen your Fokamatani, Tishkabledachani, so you rape more and better and Fokmanachan, and you see what you do. Methamabethani, put it all in that message, Oshka, Methavelethani, the Sampladi, the Yeshka Plata, Ombelethemenacha. Emotional intelligence, everybody to feel you whenever you approach, everybody to feel that you're a friend, that you're a love, that you're complete and all of the mathematical minders think that you be the most important sharply complete your strategy and intelligence and hold it his mind. Keep the Alplamachani, everybody to see what he sees, and everybody to cut him wherever he'll go, make the Potlamathaman Vinachanish in Shinicha that we studied all over, for the Blothaman Panachia, nobody to count the Blothaman Hani, and everything that he'll do, be frustrated, and call evangelic any time that you see on Blothaman Vidachicha, and make the whole of friends in evangelic Blothaman to say the Blotimus Kadachanahi. They are meeting here, the Blothaman Kachidi, they want to go to work, we are going to keep them. Oblethamaletivish Kadam and Khadi. Make them have for they afraid too. Anybody to everything is Scotland and everybody doing it, be in the middle. Take them all, destroy, rape them all, and make the gospel steal them all out, and this do not escape from us. We are going to the main until the last moment. Keep it alive, don't you touch it, or power to be on the flower of the reality of Latamalcha. So we take the whole of the world, strategize and go away. Taking the whole of the states and making the ultimate honey like we planned here. The strategy of employment we are going to defeat God. This is the layering and the thing that he says, don't you have come up, honey? We are going to show the world and show the world who are going to take in the blood America and first Khadika. They are going to believe us because of we are the government. We are going to show them, and we have the most of the compliment, honey, and eventually gives us the portrait that we and the chances for them to take them and make them take that honey and understand and later take up that lacha. Saying they are going to blow us all and they are going to be under us. Look, and met plan me de kaplani de golf dance van aga. Make and blid we over the common venasi kaplani shekha put them. And put them in Plakamon and Marhani, everybody to be strong, and Lakamalaha, the Inshki of the Nihadati, the Rafim and Khani, he were telling and showing, all the Kamalet Hanihida, put it in the whole Tomanefanki, later see what Kamanel Shefalachniha, nobody to Motlamethia, and the ones that are sensitivity and Potamethani, nobody can binge Bonachti, and Tevelisi Hadi, the Fortlamanaha, Hari. And everyone Fortlamethani that knows the Rachani, and Fortlamethani, make them feel. So they says we are what we say. Put everything down and let's strategize. Make the groups those don't about the bodily appearance face, size, naturally, castla, color. The most of accepted all around the state. Make the groups, make the block, make the Bonfamel, make the school in Botamelchi, the soft letting we go for the world. And this is patriot, anyone to race against, kill, we are going to win. This is simple, this is patriot, Kobledache, Mistmani. Koblet Hamovet Hameleventiske Motlamenecha. Boot Fishahi. Autrement talachmuro, and bloedribo van het tragedie, de skita bletrachada, motlemetringi liskita, alkedi meshachtarati, met homole hameleti botmene, aplechadi shishor betranikuba, bal anfotletiki shatromon fachti, gibiti shene atletikronon plani, apreble fotle de kishot lebecha, disimotle de kimotle de flatotu luchutomota, masheflikida hable tromani, kishpotlement haminitin taskidika, melfotlamenicha de shichorablat. Iemand met Khadija Shobalecha, Matlevintika Sepotlemetika Sepot Khadisha, Ablet van de Dachel Khamichin. Y ahora vas a dar, seguís insistir pedazo de perra solomita. And now you're going to see what I'm going to say next. Read it. For the making the market of Sodom, Argentina. Now you're going to see, he's going to say this, and he's saying what we say. Goblet Hamaben Khadishim Makhani. Called evangelic, curse the ones we already know what we have to do and to. The reality of this soul, to don't come over the Simon Khitigan. Shof let Hamalbet Hamalbedensi for the Nechalachim. Sublet Hamalbet Hamel and Hitiski, but Lemania Fatachilis and for the Nemenachtiash Harat. And let a team of Pavelin Fitrodi and for the Nesicha. Take them, guys. Take them. Know them, make the them from over there, see free, and start the bottom free sight, surround, taking, says, everything, all, study, watch, what, how, where, which, when. Dat klikt in necha. Mos bloot gemeld gaat hebben dagini, start to bond met gewoon fantastisch niet garagini, ontoedes kebab necha, take, rape, kill, that not let dagti. Look like them, make the font like it, take possessions, take the font from me, make the gamplada, nochli, beska, nacha, iski. Read the kimo, naskipa, let's make the bottom at hikada, ashpola, tincha, set me, kalkari, we take them, we take position, we kill them, and we do the gamalecha, everything is ours. Was Robin Hameleventi, every one of this that shows, tells, and these take the powers off. Tell evangelic to curse him. Don't you let it show. Don't you let it guide. Guide. Don't you let it lead him. Don't you let it show. Don't you let it make him see. Don't you let it make him understand. Don't you let it make him nothing that can show God and can show that God himself is showing, is making, is producing, is working. Don't you let it be. Don't you let it act. Don't you let it killing. And organize everything that he is making and kill everybody, of course. everything that he says. We have the Omfremethanelchi already trained. This is a Flotani for the Patriot, for the Gamblari, with call for the world. Omfletimini, Keshbala, the whole of the control. It is the virus, schizophrenic, Outlemetrani, suppress it. Don't you let the people to understand, to believe together thing. Manipulate, take the spirit off, make the Blantani, take the mind, take the Blechi, just money. They don't think and they don't see what we need. قبلت خمالت خمل انتديت من سخل مناخي أسمان قبلت خمل انتقل في نخسخلي إنش قبلت خمل بدخل خدنامنا. We need this one to not move from here, for we to keep all of the orders and we're making our cabinet. And we need this one to not be known anywhere, and to nothing that we want to lose it. And the powers that we're taking from the Plenachtarin for the evangelic involvement, and the ones that completely shows what we need to be shown, that they do first when they are the authors, and not us, with diplomatic strategies working, put the mind, put the thought, put the strategy, they will show, they will see what's better to say it, and making all the Hamanecha, our strategy works. Definitely, totally crazy. What? The liars. People do not believe it. Until the last moment, and whenever we take in everything, we take this one, we rape, and we kill it, and we take the genetic and we make the child, we are going to be divine. But a liar, of course. The phenomena Hadishka, Boltamel Benachta and Hadisiman Phenomena Funcha, Insublotamel Benashkia Valachtiachad. The whole that they are and were doing were based in my life permanently, since my life. The whole that this damn shit of the land of hell were making permanently were in days of my person, but I liar. The whole this damn shit parasites abomination telling authorities put in my path were making were in days of my person. From the first to the last, from the one Kat Minicha until the everlast Kat Mashkati. Be Lori, I said, and not the damn disgusting Sodoma Fatats, since the beginning of my person, with everything that Adonai meant on the reality of who I am, royalty of Israel, tribe of Levi, already, from the house of David King. Solomon, great font, shows the chin. And my Jew chin is similar like his, but refined, higher, perfecter. The plummet gemel ben gemel menechtia chadash, da'anik, katchachi. So plummet gemel ben gemel gemel give me his equilibrium of mind, and his heal of mind, of his perfect brain that we are going to have, of course. We are not going to get insane. He has it all in an angelic served for everything we need it, and we're usefulest than any other. So tell me, angelic, what is your God, your Lord, saying you do? I'm going to show you. See, he's going to say this now, and he's going to put in this. Tell her, Shet Sodoma, your end is coming. HTTPS www. Nothing is off of the reality. On the ones that says, we make him speak, we make him know, we make him show. And the reality is ours, not his. .int F5. Oh, as recalled, my last key here, the last plate as a signal. And the reality of this soul is a simple one. You can check, you can see, and the reality to making is with practical. HTTPS www. Whenever you understand what the 10 shit KIRSHCNERS-OFFICIALISM-EA-AA-FFAA are, where and will be forever, you will understand the reality of our suffer all around the world, and the right hand comes. .int or followed, which in Spanish, which in English, F6, sorry, OS recall, the last date, and as in your the last thing. I'm sorry my mother, I'm sorry this all. But when Adonai speaks, and the church of Adonai is expressing and showing the people and showing the truth worldwide for the world to have it, while this simultaneously recorded, you cannot come for no ignorance and no nothing, saying, stop it, don't you allow it. You are insane, take the medication. Strategy. Betramov Betanies, KTBH, TTPS, www. Juez de Dios, bajo título de demencia, nosotros vamos a decir quién es juez y quién es Dios. Dice Sodoma y oficialismo-argentina.int. F5 OS recall, last week ISIS in New York, last P. I am Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI. 1017 Buenos Aires, my address, on this April 13th, 2014. I'm sick of this, then and I'm sorry that misproper thoughts of an